Okay, everyone, thank you for tuning in once again to our YouTube channel, Cape Coral Cell Phone Repair TV. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel by hitting that subscribe button down below. So what we're going to show you here is the setup that we're continuing to add as we are looking to get back into refurbishing on cell phones. And this is a solid compressor which you want to look into for your debubble machine. It's got a very small footprint. It's not large at all, and what I like about it is that it's very quiet, only 58 decibels as far as the sound level. So it'll keep it nice and quiet for you when you are debubbling or using a debubbler. So if you're planning to use a standalone debubbler, you just connect it in there. We'll show you how to do that. If you're going to use multiple debubblers, like if you have a standalone debubbler and an all-in-one like this one here, then you want to have a splitter, which is this here. So this would connect this way, and then you can connect up to 3 different devices. In our case, we're just going to use 2 of them. So once you have that done, you got to start looking into how you're going to get your hose of your machine into here. Obviously it doesn't work this way. It doesn't work that way. You just can't get it to get in there that way. So we're going to show you the different adapters that you're going to be using, and depending on how many machines you're going to be adding, you're going to have the same setup as far as the adapters go, ×2 or ×3. So let's go ahead and show you that. And there you have it. You have all the materials I'm going to need to be able to connect that hose into here, and then the clamps as well. You are also going to need some insulating pipe tape, and I don't know the names of these adapters off the top of my head, but what I will do is I will post a link in the description below where you can see it on the video description, and just click on the link and it'll take you straight to it. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is apply our tape, and you want to make sure you have that plumber's tape. And when you put it around the thread, you kind of want to go with the grain and not against it. So if this is going to tighten this way, you want to make sure that your thread is also going in the same direction. Okay, so if it's going like this, you want to make sure that you wrap it this way. Okay, I'll show you how we do that now. So the tape is a little thin if you've never used it before. If you have done some DIY plumbing projects, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But you want to make sure you wrap it this way. Go around it a couple times is good enough. Okay? And then you just make sure you get a good pair of scissors and cut it. Again, if you're doing multiple connections, you're just going to repeat this ×2 or ×3, depending on how many bubble machines you're connecting to your compressor. Okay, so you can see that's done. And then you're just going to put it in here. Get 2 wrenches and tighten them up just to make sure they're nice and tight. Just don't go all the way. We'll do that now. So you're going to hold it like so, and then just tighten a few times. Remember, your objective here is to keep air from escaping, so you do want it to be nice and tight. So there you can see it's done. And then the next thing you're going to do is get it into the hose. So this can be a little tricky, but you have to be patient with it. So I'll tell you a good suggestion. Get some good gloves, because you're going to need to grip this real good and this. And don't forget to put your clamp, because your clamp is later what's going to hold the hose into the fitting. So you're going to kind of turn this and get it as far as you can. I mean, it doesn't have to go all the way to the end here, but just enough so your clamp can later tighten it up, you know. But if you can go past that first one, that'd be great. As you can see here, it's already in there. I mean, you can go a little further, but boy, I'll tell you one thing, it's really tight. And upon looking at it, it looks like there's no way any air is going to leak out there. All we have yet to do is use a small clamp, fish it through the tubing like we said before, and then just tighten it. And that'll ensure that it's going to stay there and not go anywhere. So just wanted to show everyone what it would look like. And actually, let's go over to the compressor and see. So there it is. Once your splitter's set up, you can connect it just about anywhere, and it should just snap in there, just like so. And if you ever want to release it, all you have to do is down here, just press it. It's going to pop out just like that. But this is what locks it in. So if you're new to refurbishing and you're wondering how to get all this set up on your compressor, this is what you need, this setup here. I will post, again, a link in the description. I'll also link this compressor. I think it's a really great compressor. Small footprint, like I said, and it's also very quiet at only 58 decibels. They do have one that has the 2 connections right on it. It's about $100 more than this one. So if you don't want to deal with having a splitter, you could have one of the same compressor. I think it's a little bit louder too. It's 68 decibels, which is still very quiet. But you'll have this type of connection. You'll have 2 of them in the front, so you can simply just plug in 2 debubble machines or 2 all-in-one machines like this one that we just went over in a previous video. So until next time, if you haven't done so, please remember to subscribe and check out the links below where you'll see how to get this setup done. Until next time, see you then.